So what's happening, world? It's Big Dave and my daughter Shakara.
Hi.
First thing I gotta say, fuck the Raiders. I'm sorry.
All I'm saying is I'm very humble when it comes to sports, unless it's track. Then it's all guns off.
What's up, world? What y'all doing? We finna try this, you know what I'm saying, YouTube shit and see if y'all want to listen to us, you feel me? My daughter got some stuff that we gonna talk about. I don't really know what we talking about, but I'm just here to talk some shit. You dig?
So, the first thing, well, let's start with, he just came up with this idea this morning. He's been wanting to do this for some time. And he was like, fuck it. We don't have nothing better to do because we don't.
Just saying.
My daughter is visiting her dad. And look, we have our own laugh track and everything.
You did. Feel me? Don't even trip on the background noise. They'll be on as guests sometime in the future.
My daughter is visiting her dad in Oregon, and I don't have work because I'm a campus monitor for a school district. So, why? I love the kids, y'all. I just cuss a lot, but not at the kids.
See, that's why I said don't tell them that you work for a school
Not
district.
at the kids.
Dang, we might examine hippieism on here.
And so,
I won't be examining hippieism.
all I'm saying is if people knew how much their kids, teachers actually drank and got fucked up on the weekend, it was like they would be highly, highly disappointed.
I don't think I would. I mean, shit, dealing with a bunch of bad kids, you should get fucked up on the weekend. Hell, if I was a teacher, I'd probably get fucked up every day. After school.
I mean, but
after school. Not during school.
Keep in mind that we are grown, you know, we are allowed to enjoy our adulthood, you know. It's like, as long as you do like any job, you separate the two. Like, you wouldn't go into your cashier job plastered, or maybe you would.
Depending on what type of cashier job it is.
I mean,
I used to own food trucks, and I know I've been to a couple stops. Loaded.
I mean, I can't deny or detest that. So,
but I own my food truck. It's different. I wasn't an employee. I was the owner. Even though that don't make it no better, but I used to get hired by employees.
So our whole basis started this morning, basically, with us not doing shit. So, boom, here we are, 3 minutes later, making this video. And this whole Raider 49er thing was his idea. I was hot because I was wearing a long sleeve, and this was like one of the only... She shows
explaining a lot to y'all.
I am. Well, we don't have nothing better to do. You just
I thought we was going to talk about this Glorilla chick.
Okay, well...
Because when you first told me Glorilla, last night was the first episode of Worst Cooks in America, and they got the Gorilla Glue lady on there. So that's who I thought you was talking about.
Oh, no. Okay, so we're going to...
I can't move my hair ass woman. But how dumb was that, though? Gorilla gluing your shit because you wanted your shit slayed? Man, maybe you could have just came to see my daughter Norley and she could have whipped your shit for you.
Well, according to her with that, she said that she had saw it, which I'm like, you couldn't have seen that somewhere on the internet. And honestly, maybe she did, because they be having those stupid cooking videos where they just be doing obnoxious shit like putting food in the toilet.
Yeah, I see that shit. That shit is retarded.
And then I'm just like, why would you do that? Why would you do that?
So would you say a person with one of them videos that put their food in the toilet, do you think they eat groceries?
What do you mean, like eat groceries?
Booty.
Oh. I thought he meant literal. I'm like, I hope not the groceries that they just put in the damn toilet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're putting their groceries in the toilet to make a dish. You feel me? I don't care how much you clean a toilet. A toilet is a toilet.
So,
you feel me? So if you put your food in the toilet, You might as well be part of the booty eating
actually
game.
this new algorithm trend that goes on the internet now. If you know what algorithms are, it's basically the more your stuff is seen, the more other people see it. And then once you engage with that said algorithm or video, then you start seeing the same video or videos similar to it. So basically,
So there's a bunch of toilet videos.
But yes, they are not the ones you see. They are not the only person out there doing this. I promise you, they're not.
And motherfuckers is going viral off of toilet food.
Yes, because it's this algorithm. The worse you do, the worse video you make, and the stupider it is. It's like, and the more negative engagement you create, the viral you'll go. Because we live in a world that's negative. They would rather see negative shit than positive
So
shit.
then we're never gonna go viral. I'm trying not to deal with negativity. It's 2023, baby. I'm trying to stay positive. You dig?
Stay positive, Dad. You never know.
And that wasn't a gang sign. I was saying okay.
Oh, Tate.
Nope, that's a gang sign.
What? The
Thumbs
thumbs
up.
up?
Yeah.
No, how?
We in Sacramento. That's a gang sign.
I'm
That real shit. That's 30s. We ain't doing that.
I'm not understanding because I do this with my kids all the time. Now I'm
Ooh.
gangbanging with my kids.
Yeah.
I was like, they do it back to me. They're
If y'all in
like, you're
South
cool,
Sacra-
Miss Shakara.
If y'all in South Sacramento, that's gangbang. I'm glad
No,
we live in the north.
we're art and arcade. So
Oh,
we're
okay.
like basically, I guess you could say on the border of north and south because I'm kind of close to Howe Avenue.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So
Okay, so now.
back to Glorilla.
So it's Glorilla?
Yes.
Like she's glowing?
Yes. But
But in gorilla. So this
Yeah.
means she's like a
monster.
a monster when it comes to verses and bars.
yes.
I'm
But
happy.
it's adorable because she's this tiny little thing. And Shaquille O'Neal actually hollered at her recently.
Is she better than Nicki and Cardi?
So she has a song with Cardi B.
Does she?
and-
So does Meg Thee Stallion, but that don't make Meg any good either.
Well, personally I like her, but I like a lot of female artists
I like a lot of females.
in the industry. So it was like, I mean, I can't say that she's not better than them or not worse than them because I've listened to all of them at one point or time.
I get it.
So
I listen to female rap too, but they gotta be talking about some real shit. I cannot listen to a woman that's only talking about slanging her vagina and getting boob jobs.
So yeah, so she has stuff like that, but a lot of her stuff is get it out the mud, gangsta bitch type music.
But was she really getting it out the mud? Did she really have she? You know, me being the age that I am, when I hear people say getting it out the mud, I go back to, you know what I'm saying. I've seen the lights get cut out. I've been homeless. You know what I'm saying. I've had to sell drugs to make sure my family ate. I don't sell drugs no more. Drugs is bad. Don't do drugs. Don't sell them. But you know what I'm saying. That's where come out the mud means to me. In y'all generation, when y'all say they're getting it out the mud, what does that mean?
I mean, it depends. I mean, that's the same sentiments for me. It was like, you know, well, I mean, I didn't grow up with the lights off and stuff, but I work hard for everything that I get.
That you do. I can attest to that.
It's like, so, and that's one thing that you guys did teach me, you and Mom, was that I can do anything that I work hard for.
You ain't supposed to say you and Mom. Now everybody gonna know I'm married. It ain't like they can see the ring on my finger. I might have wanted to pose like I was single.
Wait, hold your hand up
I'm just
again.
joking. Bow.
I'm gonna zoom in later.
Zoom. It's cool. I ride
Like,
around the
do you
grocery
see
store
it,
with
lady?
pineapples
Do you
upside
see
down
it?
in my cart.
You and that whole pineapple thing. That's another segment for another day.
Oh,
for
okay.
another
Let's go back to
topic.
Glorilla.
So, Glorilla, according to TSR, that's the Shade Room, and TSR Investigates, she's been running scams with customers. Now, there have been two different sources of small businesses that have claimed that they have paid upwards to $1,500 to her, and they never received the money, or she never It was like endorse the products like she promised. So
Oh, people was giving her bread to endorse their products?
yeah, so
And she was getting the cash and not fucking with them?
yeah, so she had went to a choreographer, paid her $1,500 according to the choreographer. They went and got services, dance services from her, and did not pay her. And then another small business paid her $1,000 for her to basically, it was like, do like this, like, hey, check out this product by such and such, try it out. It was like, let people know, basically do a review on it, and she never did. The girl lady paid her the money. A manager that claimed that he was Glorilla's manager reached back out to her after this and said, we need more money. And then they stopped contacting her altogether. So one of Glorilla's people reached out to TSR, like the real Glorilla's team, and said that there's people using her name to scam small businesses and to be on the lookout. And now a lot of people are asking the question, is she really doing this, or is it really scammers? Now, I'm just saying, we do live in the world of scammers nowadays. She's hot. She's popping, and because of the music she makes and where she's came from, you know, she came from Tennessee. It was like the bottom of the bottom barrel of Tennessee, according to her music and interviews that she's done. And so I'm sure a lot of people are looking for clout and looking for her to come down, because everybody loves to see a person down when they're up. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess, you know, it happens like that. You feel me? That's like with any entertainer, even out here in California. I mean, back in my days of ripping and running in the streets, you know what I'm saying? When I ran with the crew that I ran with, you know what I'm saying? There was one guy that was part of the crew that became a famous rapper. And everywhere we went, we always mentioned his name so we could get the, you know what I'm saying, extras. You feel me? I'm not going to disclose his name or what was happening then, but you know, anytime I went somewhere, I would be like, oh yeah, I'm a whoop the whoop, and I'm with whoop the whoop, and I'm sliding through the door without paying. I'm drinking for free at the bar. You dig? Female come by and say something. Oh, I'm whoop the whoop's cousin. Don't even worry about it. Just do what you're told. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving.
See,
you feel me?
I'm such a good-hearted person. I can't scam nobody. I'm like,
I wasn't scamming though. I just thought, you know, that was part of the game. You feel me?
Just like, I've never ever it was like even when you had your food truck and I would go to other food trucks, I would morally feel uncomfortable when they would give me stuff for free, and they'd be like, no, don't worry about it. So I would like put the money in the tip jar. I got that from my mom. I put the money in the tip jar when they weren't looking, and I would feel better about myself. But yeah, I can't.
And I appreciate that, you know, because in the beginning, you know, everybody ran with it, you know what I'm saying? The food truck people, you know, we ate off of each other's trucks, you know what I'm saying, for free. We looked out for each other's families, but real talk, once in the beginning, that's okay, but really, to support a small business or to support a growing business, you should never want nothing free from them. You should always want to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So I respect you for that.
So it's different, you know, when I would be working for him, you know, or with him on the food truck and would go and get something free because they would do exchanges like he said. But if I'm there at an event and I walk up and you just so happen to know that I'm his daughter and you just try to give me something for free, I'm going to pay for it some way, somehow.
That's called having morals and values about yourself, you feel me? Real talk, because there's some right now, even though I don't own food trucks no more and I just do catering and sell plates, they still hit me and want a discount. I don't understand, in a day and age like this, how do you want a discount when food costs what food costs, and then you want me to deliver it to you too? And when I deliver it to you, you know what I'm saying, you don't even want to tip me?
Right.
What? Okay, hold your breath. I'm on my way. I'm going to actually walk it to you.
I would rather a person say they'll support me and never do than support me.
I feel you. I'm going to try to stay on topic though and go back to Glorilla, because I almost went on one about people and they motherfucking support. Because people and they support, it's a bunch of bullshit. Especially your so-called loved ones. Real quick, just off topic, let's talk about support. You feel me? It's funny that When your people say they got your back, they ain't reposting your shit. They ain't resharing your shit. You dig what I'm saying? And my shit get reposted and reshared by a whole lot of people I don't know. There's a handful, a group of people that I do know that reshare and post my stuff, which I appreciate and I thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's not your job. It's not your job, but you always ask how you can support. But the most of the reposting and the sharing of my product, it comes from strangers. Right. Thank you, strangers.
And so, but yeah. So
from what you know of her music, do you think she a scammer? Do she talk about scamming in her music?
No, not the songs that I've listened to by her. It's like she doesn't refer to scamming at all. Like she's quick to leave a dude alone. It's like then it was like deal with the whole scamming him and stuff like that. So
she's a chick that got gift for gab.
Yeah, like but her claiming that she's gangsta and living, it's like growing up how she grew up. I'm sure is like maybe she did send out like a little team. It was like, but that's all speculation. It's like it's all hearsay right now, so.
And just remember, all we're doing is talking about topics that we read on other social media pages. So please don't try to come for us because we are the wrong ones.
This story came straight from TSR. TSR investigates. If you aren't familiar with TSR, that's the Shade Room, SHADE Room. The Shade Room, and that's
ROOM.
And that's on like Facebook, Twitter, like Instagram. They're like on a plethora of different pages. So, the Shade Room solely investigates things that happen to small businesses or things that involve celebrities and small businesses. So that popped up on my timeline when we started talking about doing this, and I was like, fuck it, let's do this then, because there's a lot to say about this one.
That's what's up, though. That's what's up. Actually, this is really fun sitting with my daughter doing this, because she's crazy. Feel me? But I love her. You got to go check out some of her stuff, too. She do her own food blog. She does her own soaps and smell goods and crafts and all type of stuff like that. Bombshells by Shakara. You know what I'm saying? What's the other business?
Creatively Created.
Creatively Created. I tried to say that 5 times fast and bit my tongue. Can you say it 5 times fast? Creatively Created.
I created it and can't say it.
You did. But that's a challenge. Somebody, we want to see if you can come on here and tell us that 5 times fast without biting your tongue or spitting on yourself. You feel me?
And so.
Or stuttering.
Or stuttering. That's a hard
That was another one of my daughters in the background. She doing hair. It's an all around family. We do what we do.
I get bored, so I have to do other things when I get bored.
Me, I guess you can tell when I get bored what I do with my big old ass. I eat. But I'm also a professional chef, so I cook. You feel me? Like today for dinner, we're having Monte Cristo sandwiches.
Which I am vlogging about that later. So
we're using smoked Gouda and Gruyere cheese. We got some of the good turkey, some of the good ham. Yes, it's a triple deck sandwich that's smashed down into a grilled cheese, cut very nice and dipped in a strawberry jam. But the strawberry jam will not be super sweet. It will have some savory notes to it, with a little bit of powdered sugar dusted over the sandwich. But with me being so fat and trying to lose weight, I am going to serve it with a salad.
So since we're on the topic, I might as well tell you guys the background on why he's making these sandwiches. So it all started when I was a wee little lad. How old was I?
She said a wee little lad. I don't know.
I was probably, I'll say 10. No older than 10.
I know she was old enough to wash dishes.
Like, no, I'll say no older than 10. And it was like, I back then had a really bad cavity on the left side of my mouth and one of my back molars. It was killing me. And he made them then because him and my mom had went to this restaurant and ate some, so he came back and recreated his own version, and I couldn't even enjoy it. Because I had this damn cavity. I just had to eat all the sugar in the world back then. I woke up this morning knowing that he was gonna make this with love, and I was feeling amazing. I'm still feeling amazing. My teeth are feeling good. My stomach's feeling great. I'm ready.
And I even topped it off with making breakfast this morning.
So I'm just saying, I've waited a whole long time for this. I've been bugging him, and I constantly remind him of the story.
And I was at the, and they'll be like, we go to the grocery store together. When we go grocery shopping, we go together. We get in the store, we never think about them. We get home, oh, should have got the stuff from Monte Crystals. Oh, my bad.
Every time.
Feel me? But it wasn't my fault that she didn't get to taste them back then. All of my kids, I got four of them. They'll tell you, Dad don't got that sympathy button in his body. You find out you got some cavities, your ass shouldn't have been eating all that candy, should have been brushing your teeth or something. It's not my fault. My shit don't hurt, so why should I suffer? You feel me? Yeah. I don't know. Just like them growing up, that Raider shirt, that wasn't bought by Dad. She cannot tell you. Well, now she can as an adult. Since I've gotten nice, I think I've bought her and her mom some Raider stuff. And maybe some Cowboy stuff for my younger son and some Denver stuff for my older son. But as they was growing up, I didn't do that. If you wasn't a Niner fan, I wasn't buying you shit. Fuck you. If you wasn't a Kings fan, I ain't buying you shit. Fuck you. The one thing we all agreed on, we all was Giant fans. So baseball gear, I got you. But when you come to the football, if you ain't a Niner fan, I ain't, man.
So I'm a Lakers fan.
Her bad.
Not one time we were up.
Y'all was, but one time y'all also had referees cheat Sacramento so y'all could, you know what I'm saying, beat them in the playoffs.
Can we talk about that? Was that Donahue that did that?
I believe so.
It was like, can we talk about if you guys have not checked out the Untold docuseries movies on Netflix, y'all need to.
She keep trying to get me to watch them too.
Well, because they have stuff like that. It was like the Donahue guy who was the referee who fucked up that game. They talked about it in the movie, how he got started as a referee. It was like how the game is played and how it's a game within a game because you have the NBA officials and their owners and stuff like that. How they'll make up rules for players that aren't people like Michael Jordan or, Olajuwon.
Most definitely.
LeBron James. So it's like they'll make stuff up like that, and they don't want you to call certain fouls on certain players because they pay those players to be seen to play the game. So it's just this whole checker game. So he figured out the system because they work hand in hand with this system. And it started with him and all the other referees doing what they shouldn't have been doing. And then he just took it a step further and then got mixed up with the wrong fucking dude who he lost weight. But back in the day, he looked like a sleaze guy. Like, why would you get involved with somebody like that? So
back then, money is money, and money is big. And when money getting big, there's other things that's involved. You know what I'm saying? And like these sport teams and how much money that they make and stuff like that. There's always somebody behind the scene that's making just as much, if not more. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you feel me, with the thing with Michael Jordan and stuff and his gambling or whatever. And the conspiracy theories about it was the mob that had his pops off. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of things. If you go back and check history, I'm also a conspiracy theorist. If you go back in history and you check out a lot of things, there's a lot of... I
never heard that conspiracy. Wait a minute.
Real talk. You might
it was
go
like
do your research.
Michael Jordan dad.
They said his dad got off because behind his gambling debts. Yes, Michael Jordan was a very big gambler. Michael Jordan would leave a playoff game and go gamble and spend and lose $100,000, $200,000 before the next game.
He's really that Drake song, "Money to Blow."
I guess I haven't heard it. You know, I stopped listening to Drake.
Yes, you have. It was one of his first songs.
Was it?
Yes.
I don't remember. You gotta remember. I used to think he really was crippled.
He did.
I
Listening to his brother, R.I.P. Uncle Virgil, but
I always thought that he
him,
really was crippled, and when he came out on the little award show with the mixtape before he even dropped the album and was in the wheelchair, I was like, the nigga really crippled. Wow, you feel me? Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I did listen to some Drake though. It was some shit. You feel me? I can't remember his favorite. I can't say I got a favorite song. I know it's one I used to listen to. Oh, we started from the bottom. Now we here. You feel me? I like that song. Oops, there I go.
You didn't like YOLO?
YOLO. You only live once?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Really?
No. I don't like nothing that has the YOLO behind it. When y'all used to be like YOLO, I used to hate that.
Why? We live right by YOLO County.
Because it didn't have nothing to do with YOLO County. You feel me? It was like you only live once, which is true, but the things that they was doing when they was only living once was really dangerous, really crazy, and really not of standards of a parent at the time with kids, you know what I'm saying, participating in the world.
Yes. But it's so funny. Yeah, it was like he should have came out with that. But it was like he was living his best life.
He was. I'm not knocking him.
It's like
Drake is Drake. Drake is what it is. You feel me? He Drake. Drake can, you feel me? He paid the cost to be the boss. Hey, Drake, if you want to pay some bills, all my 2023 bills need to be paid, my dude. You feel me? I know how to cook light-skinned food. It's all good.
How do you know he likes light-skinned food?
The nigga light-skinned. I'm sure there's some days he wake up and he just want a bland piece of meat.
No, he even said in his one song, he's a light skin, but he's still a dark nigga. So he has to like flavor.
When it comes to chicks, probably.
No.
You feel me?
He don't like, no. Have you not seen his son, August? What's
I don't really want.
Somebody say his name in the comment section, because I don't know his name.
His son, ain't his son the one that they tried to say he was hiding?
Yes, and he was with.
My Bed.
Huh?
I thought his name was My Bed.
My Ben?
My Bed.
Oh,
My
that's
bad?
right, because.
See, that's what I'm saying right there. That's some light skinned shit. Trying to give your child a name that make him seem black.
But his baby mama is like Persian
Ghetto?
or something.
Oh,
No,
Persian?
she's not black. I don't think. I was like, cause he has like blonde hair, blue eyes.
Oh yeah, Drake eat bland food then. Oh yeah. I'm gonna tell you. I mean, he might like his chicken season just because he hang with Lil Wayne them. You know what I'm saying? He was part of that little crew. But I guarantee you, he probably eat his steak bland.
I mean, his mom is white.
You know,
Have y'all seen?
You know, the
Josh
spaghetti is definitely nasty.
Have you seen Josh and his mama on Facebook?
Who's Josh?
You have never seen Josh and his mama on Facebook? So
Who's Josh?
Josh is this white boy who records, and I'm laughing because it's so funny. So it's this white boy named Josh who records his mom. I don't know her name, but
And she be cooking and she can't cook worth shit.
Yeah,
and
she
when you
don't
go to
season-
eat, that should be I watch those videos.
So-
that should be having me weak.
The most recent video I seen, right? She made some pork chops. She just opens the package and puts them in the pan and then puts the pan in the oven. And it was like, Josh, can you watch the pork chops while I go get my hair did? And he was like, yes. So when she leaves, he grabs a bottle of seasoning. And he was like, I can't take this. And he sprinkles it on top of the pork chops. And then she gets home. She takes the pork chops out. I don't know how she could tell that they weren't sprinkled with shit. But she goes and she takes a bite. And she's like, Josh, what the hell did you do to my pork chops? I don't know if she really cooks like that in real life. But God bless you, Josh.
On everything. And then
God bless you.
my whole thing is, she told him to watch the pork chops while she go get how much hair do she got? Because she can't have much.
Her hair's
Pork chops don't take that long to cook. But you said she's Caucasian, so she probably just went to go get a quick rinse outside in the backyard.
My favorite.
It's jokes, folks. It's jokes. You cannot be a soft community and world anymore. That's our problem. We are too sensitive and too soft. Here I am sitting in front of you, and you can open the chat lines and make a million fat jokes, and I would never get mad. Why? Because I've heard 2 million fat jokes.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times chicks done told me, I don't want to talk to you. You're fat. You got a little dick. I bet your mama didn't say that though, bitch. That's what I used to always tell them. Used to fuck them up too, because you know what I'm saying? I used to fuck with older women.
I mean, I have a gap. I've been made fun of forever for my gap. There's nothing under the sun that anyone can say to me. It's like, especially after my brother David called me Marty from Madagascar.
Damn.
After that, there's nothing you can say to me. There's nothing you can say to me. And then I laughed at that. I didn't even cry. It was like, I laughed because it was funny. So that's what the most you're gonna get from me is a laugh and a chuckle. Because if you can't laugh at yourself, do you really love yourself?
Real talk.
No.
Like
you
me,
don't.
a lot of people be like, they go to comedy shows and they don't want to get talked about. Me, when I go to the comedy show, I sit in the front row. I wish a comedian would. Because I guarantee you I'm going to say something back. I might not be as funny as the comedian. Everybody might not be able to hear me because he got a microphone, but I'm going to say something back. That means the last time when I went to go see D. Ray Davis, he was making jokes, and he looked at me and made a fat joke and not being able to fuck. Because I was fat. And I told him he had me fucked up. I told him, I will disappear into the bathroom, put on my Superman onesie, pop 100 milligram Viagra, and come jump on the bed and tell my wife, da-da-da-da, let's go. You got me fucked up. Stop being so sensitive, world. It's only jokes. That shit don't hurt. Call me fat. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Oh, I wish my daughter was here because she does that perfectly. The crying thing, yeah, that's her new thing. So, a little background. My daughter is 6. She will be 7 in August. Oh, time flies. And she has autism. So she is learning to talk and use her words. But she's always been a mannerisms and facial expressions type little girl. So you always know what she's thinking and what she's feeling by the look on her face.
Right.
Always.
And even with learning these words, she say the right words at the right time, like she's been here for about 40 or 50 years. Yes, she does.
And so yeah, I love her to pieces. I do wish she was here because she would make this video a little bit more interesting because she would be trying to get behind us and so she can see.
Probably be trying to take my glasses off. And she a Niner fan. That's one thing that my granddaughter is a Niner fan. She will watch football with her granddaddy when the Niners is on, and she will rep the Niners. She will. I don't care. Her daddy's a Dallas fan and her mama's a Raider fan, and I love them both, but guess what? Y'all daughter is a Niner fan.
I don't. Like I said, I'm humble when it comes to sports unless it's track. So...
She even keeps me up on when it's time to change the calendar in my room, because I got a Niner calendar up there.
Speaking of which, you gotta get a new one.
It's cool. Somebody will give me one day. You feel me? My birthday coming up in March. Hint, hint. So, while we talking about sports, before we go on too long, let me also send my prayers and good thoughts and positive vibes out to Damar Hamlin and his family. May the brother be okay. May the brother get better sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? That was some tragedy. You feel me? I'm not gonna be one of them ones that say middle finger to Skip Bayless. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you feel me, indulge ignorance with ignorance, you know what I'm saying? If you read the tweet that he put out there, it was kind of harsh, but then, like he said, football is a business. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't know how to separate humanism from business, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But to the family of Damar Hamlin and Damar Hamlin himself, we want to send our prayers and our love and good vibes out to y'all.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy about that? So I haven't read the whole story, but I was watching the news and I watched a couple reports on YouTube, and he had started this little GoFundMe to help out kids and stuff like that. And the goal for the GoFundMe was $2,500. It was for just this little community that he was trying to raise this money for, and he was trying to raise $2,500 for them. I mean, of course, he was giving them bread, but they started a GoFundMe of $2,500, and he supported it or whatever, backed it. But since the injury he took on the field, the GoFundMe is up to $4.5 million now. That's good stuff, people. That's good stuff. It's sad that it takes a tragedy for us to come out and support and help and do things, but if that's the way we have to come out, support, help, and do things, hey, as long as that brother be okay, keep helping his little foundation, his little GoFundMe he's starting. You know what I'm saying? World, we got to become a better people. You feel me? We got to become a better people. We got to be okay with helping mankind, the next person. We got to quit being so sensitive. You feel me? It's life. It's life. Like my daughter said, if you can't laugh at yourself, do you truly love yourself?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't.
You feel me? But what you think we should talk about next?
Oh, okay. One that I can think of off the top of my head right now.
Right here? Off the top? Right here?
It's like, well,
right there.
my little poof.
Don't even worry. Don't even try to, because she going to be whipped come tomorrow because her sister's doing her hair. She just doing her mama hair right now. And yeah, they get their shit done in-house professionally. You dig?
And honestly, I'm like, if people don't know by now that we have shrinkage as black people.
Whoa, what kind of shrinkage you talking about?
Shrinkage.
Only in cold water
Hair.
for men. Oh.
Hair shrinkage, not the other shrinkage.
Okay. I was going to say, it's pretty warm in here. There's no shrinkage going on right now.
And it's like, but your hair, and my hair, if I were to straighten it or have my little sister straighten it, it's 10 times longer than it is right now. And it's going to be longer after I take my other braids out. So that's usually how our hair works. No, it's not nappy. It's just really, really, really curly. Super, super tight curls. So it's like those little mini coils you see.
Like on the mattresses and stuff?
Yeah.
I dig it.
But Andrew Tate. And it's like, if people don't know who Andrew Tate is, honestly, I don't really know who Andrew Tate is. I just know that I've been seeing him pop up on social media lately, and I'm like, oh boy, another incel. But he's like king of all incels. Like, they bow to this man. And I'm like, he's not an ugly dude, but he gives off small PP energy for show.
What do incel mean? You know me, I don't know.
Okay, so an incel is basically a virgin man who hates women because he can't get women.
That's exactly what he is, and that's what his whole entire platform is based off of. And he is currently in jail because he decided to go back and forth on Twitter with a teenager.
Yes, I was getting to that. Thank you.
Like, you didn't know who Andrew Tate was.
It's okay. We accept all statements from everybody.
So yes,
I don't know everything.
So I don't know who he is or where he got his platform. Well, I guess he was on the season of Big Brother. I don't know what.
For real?
Yes.
Yeah. He was on the season of Big Brother, and then after that he kind of went into the background, and then he started a podcast and talking about women and degrading women, about how basically women aren't shit and all this other stuff. And he was very homophobic. I wouldn't even say homophobic. He's very
misogynistic.
Yes.
And what was his name?
Andrew Tate. Well,
Andrew Tate? That was his name on Big Brother?
I'm sure he just went by Andrew because I don't think he was on Celebrity Big Brother. So, but yes, he was on Big Brother. And then, as my sister said, he started a podcast. But
Andrew Tate, what season of Big Brother was he on?
Yeah, so he was on Big Brother UK.
Oh, but that's the problem.
We don't watch Big Brother UK.
Yeah, we're Americans.
But the funny thing is he sounded fucking American. So this whole time I thought he was from here, but I guess not. So, but yeah, so he was on Big Brother UK. He started this podcast degrading women because he's a misogynistic incel. Which again, he's not an ugly dude, but he does give off small PP energy. So when you say small PP energy, how do a person do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? How do when a woman meet a man, you feel me? Like, okay, I understand from what y'all said he was doing, but what would a man do for you to be like he got small PP energy? Okay. So you and Mom raised us to pretty much stand on our own accountability.
Right.
It was like, and I feel like now we're in a societal point in me, David, and Nora Lee's lives in the dating pool where you just have men and women pointing fingers and both sides lacking accountability. So for me, when I say a man's giving off small PP energy, it's saying things like always constantly pointing the finger at women, what women lack, what women don't do because of the women he attracts.
Okay.
And then he puts it off on all women. But I feel the same way about women too. Like, you can give off stank pussy energy for being the same way. So
right. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah. So he's basically
a
like
male
that.
thought.
Not even a thought. Like, because he doesn't get women. Because he thinks that having all of these cars and
so he think he's one of these guys that think, oh, I'm balling, I got bread and all of that.
Yes.
So the women gonna come no matter what.
Yes. And he said some very controversial things on this podcast saying that, you know, if you have a certain amount of car, a woman has to sleep with you. And then recently, like this was about 4 months ago, he got into some trouble where some young women came forward and said that him and his brother had basically sex trafficked them, took them to a different location, and then forced them at their will to stay at this location. Then they took off and went under the radar for a minute. Now on Twitter, because Elon Musk, let's backtrack. He had got all his social media revoked. So all of his platforms, because of his podcast, got shut down. Elon Musk reinstated his Twitter once he took over Twitter. And when he did so, that's when Andrew Tate reached out to this 19-year-old activist named Greta Thunberg, who is this social activist for weather control and climate change and different things like that.
I like that.
Okay.
So he reached out to her and basically was like, hey, Greta. I was like, check out my emissions to my 33 cars. And I was like, yeah, they're big and they're fucking up the ozone. Take that, bitch. And then she responded back.
I know who you're talking about now.
Okay. And she responded back, oh, yes, enlighten me about your small fucking cars, you small dick bitch. And sent him this fake email. So then he responds back with the most incel fucking video he can think of, talking about bring me the pizza boxes in his cheesy ass fucking Romanian, probably fake silk robe, and his little Cuban cigars. And this guy plops 2 boxes of pizza down. And what's significant is he's on the run, people. So he was supposed to be in hiding, but he could not help himself enough. He ended up getting caught in Romania because of these pizza boxes. Because of Jerry's fucking Pizza in Romania. And there was only one place called Jerry's Pizza where he was found, and it was in Romania.
That's retarded.
So
I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. That's dumb. That's dumb.
And so
That's dumb.
because he just could not help himself. He just like he cannot help himself. Like why are you even trying to reach out to her anyway? It was like she's not checking for you. It was like she's minding her own business. It was like worried about why the clouds aren't forming like they're supposed to be formed, and you're sitting over here talking about, haha, check out my cars.
So that's crazy. So he's a narcissist.
Yes, bam, there you go.
That's
He's
crazy. I wonder. I mean, I guess at times everybody might have had their share with being a narcissistic, because I know there was times back in my past where things was going exceptionally good. Things was going right, and couldn't nobody tell me nothing. It was my way or the highway. You feel me? You didn't want to get down? Bye. You feel me? I'm paying the cost to be the boss, and I'm paying my way on the highway. You feel me? So if you ain't want to get down, you gotta go. You feel me? But you gotta hurry up and grow out of that shit. I mean, it's okay to go through it. I guess it's okay to go through it. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta hurry up and grow up. You gotta mature. You gotta get out of that, because that ain't the way to be. Only thing that's gonna get done to you is make you get robbed and make somebody want to kill you.
And so, but yeah, I was just like, he just couldn't help himself. I was like, nobody knew where you went. Nobody. It was like, my thing is he reinstated your Twitter. I was like, that means that you could still use your IP address. You could have deleted your current Twitter and then made you a fake Twitter, fake name, and continued your bullshit, but you just couldn't help yourself. You had to post to your main page, and
now your narcissistic ass in trouble over some goddamn pizza made by a motherfucker named Jerry that ain't even Italian.
A Romanian jail, so I'm sure it's not the most comfortable position to be in. You know, it's like you're not in America. I mean, our prison systems are shit, don't get me wrong, but they at least have access to an Xbox and some hot Cheetos every now and then. So
I mean, we can always ask Brittany Griner what it is to go to the pen in another state. I mean, in another country. You feel me? That's another one, dummy. You feel me? I really don't like. I didn't really like talking about it, but I got to do my little rant. Now you're over in Russia. You're playing basketball. They're paying you $500,000. Ukraine and Russia goes to war. We're back in Ukraine. We're getting all of our people, all of our United States citizens out of Russia to get them home safely. Your year's over. You got your bread. Whatever. You're coming home. They said you had less than a gram of oil, THC, vape pen, whatever it was, less than a gram. And your dumb ass tried to bring it on the plane with you. If it was me, I wouldn't have got you out of the pen, because that was some dumb ass shit. Well, especially for letting the destruction of death or whatever this motherfucking name was that we let go. The motherfuckers sell weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
I'm not getting you out for him because you're dumb. You have a wife and family in the United States. You couldn't have called nobody and told them, I'm gonna need a blunt when I get off the bus or off the plane. You couldn't have called them and said, hey, make sure I'm right when I get there. Or why do you even have to call? You're Brittany Griner. I know you're sending your money home. They know you get down, so you don't think they was gonna have a fresh batch waiting for you? But you want to get on the pen with you want to get on the plane with less than a gram. I'd have left your ass over there for all 9 years.
So.
And I don't give a fuck what any of y'all say. Call me mean, call me not down for the cause, not down for the culture. I don't care. We wouldn't have been letting somebody that sell weapons of mass destruction go for a motherfucker that was dumb enough to try to smuggle a gram from motherfucking Russia to the United States. Nigga, we got the best shit over here. That shit probably was dirt. That shit probably was vodka, to keep it 100.
So, my opinion on that is I didn't really know much about the situation. I kept hearing people talk about it, kept seeing it was like articles popping up about it and different things. My thing is we as black people know that we can't move the same way that our fellow peers in the world move. So you can't take chances like that, even if you have money, because they're gonna make an ass out of you every fucking time, and they're gonna use you as a scapegoat for whatever agenda that they have planned. And that's exactly what happened in this case, in my opinion. It was like they knew that they could use her to stir up shit with our community to ultimately get what they needed. That man doesn't like America, so you already know what's to come next. So
So now we got a cat that's running around that Putin's own. He has to be loyal to Putin because Putin got him out of jail. Putin is not cool, yo. Putin is not cool. Now Putin got somebody that can get him bigger guns, bigger missiles, and bigger bombs. Just because we want to free a fucking female basketball player that was dumb enough to try to sneak under a gram back into the United States.
But I mean, that was just fake outrage anyway, because I mean, I wasn't gonna take my black ass all the way out there personally because I just did not have the time, nor did most people talk about it. Like, it wasn't popping up on my timeline like the articles of her being freed were popping up on my timeline. Whatever gathering she had when she came back and was freed, I guess only like 20 people showed up to this gathering, and I was like, well, I mean, I didn't even know about it. And I was like, and honestly, it was like people got what they want, so they could care less about her now. Like,
how do you know she wasn't important? Because Kim Kardashian didn't try to get her to come home. If Kim tried to get her out of prison, she would have been important.
Stop it.
I'm for real. Even though Kim did what Kim did to get famous and rich, you gotta admit the people Kim been trying to get out of the prison systems over here, they have been substantial people. Like the one black lady that went away for all of that marijuana that she was selling. Why did Kim even have to help get her out? You feel me? Y'all done turned the laws around. Marijuana is legal now. You know what I'm saying? So instead of keeping all of these people locked up that went to jail for marijuana, they should be let free. Because marijuana is marijuana.
It was like, especially if it's just marijuana. Now, I can understand if it's like marijuana and cocaine, marijuana and heroin, and it's like double teamed. Okay, I can understand that then, because it's more than just marijuana. It was like you have explicit and illicit drugs on top of the marijuana. But if it's just marijuana, especially the amounts that you're legally allowed to carry anyway, why is it even a discussion? You're just crowding up the system for no damn reason to people who actually need to be in the damn system.
Well, actually, they had a little bit more than what you was legally regulated to carry, but I mean, still. Have you ever heard of anybody ever ODing off of marijuana? I haven't.
No.
Only thing I've ever heard off of marijuana is you got really, really hungry or really, really sleepy.
Or you got a headache.
Or you got a headache if you was smoking some booze.
I was like, I've gotten a headache before and then I've slept it off.
You feel me? But I'm pretty sure that was in your booth smoking days. When your weed had a lot of seeds in it.
No.
Oh, for real?
I was like, it can be really good weed. If I get really, really, really high, it was like, then sometimes I'll get a headache.
I heard that.
And then I'll just end up sleeping.
I don't know. When I used to smoke, I used to get really, really high and sober up. I used to say I smoked myself sober. I don't know. But I had a problem too. You feel me? I was smoking like ounces a day. So, I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows?
But that's another thing though with the marijuana is back when I did indulge, I never could get high off of edibles. I could eat 7,000 to 8,000 milligrams of edibles and I didn't feel it until I guess when I went to sleep.
I went to sleep.
I slept good. I mean, it didn't make me go to sleep early or nothing. It didn't make me tap out or nothing like that. I guess when I went to sleep, it finally kicked in. But edibles ain't never done nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? My juice. Now the juices I used to make, those used to get me fucked up.
It looks like tea.
No,
It's delicious.
it is.
We put lemon juice in it, and maybe we should have added some water too. It just tasted like warm lemon medicine, but it was good though.
That was their fault. I was just getting them to test it.
Okay. I don't know. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to add water to it, if I was supposed to add tea to it, if I was supposed to drink it straight. So I drink it straight like liquor.
Yeah, that's what I wanted them to do. Just tell me the effects.
And I was high.
But it's a good concentrate to have. You know what I'm saying? When you're making Kool-Aid or you're making your coffee or your tea in the morning or whatever. If you need something to just make you flow through the day, you feel me? Pour some of this in there. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't think they can see the label. Here you go. I don't know if y'all can see that.
I think it's the light that's...
Yeah. Well, because the light is in the way. But it's delicious.
It's cool. It's good. We just be sitting around playing and doing different crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like this part, the juice, the syrup, whatever, it'll never make it on the real video. We're going to edit it out. You feel me? Just talking some smack. So, if we was to talk about rappers, you feel me? Mm-hmm. Mount Westmore. Now, some rappers that came together on the West Coast and made a supergroup. You have my favorite rapper of all time, E40, with my second favorite rapper of all time, Too Short.
Yes.
With California's favorite rapper, Ice Cube and Snoop. Not mine. Snoop and Ice Cube, they're probably at my number.
Well, if you think about it,
20.
that's SoCal and NorCal together.
Yeah, but I have a couple SoCal rappers that's like at the top, you know what I'm saying, with 40 and Short. Because after 40 and Short, I would probably say Sugar Free and then DJ Quick. You know what I'm saying? I like, there's a couple other, I could sit here and try to think, and I probably would take up too much time. I do listen to a lot of Northern California rap music, but I do have some Southern California rappers that I do like and I do listen to.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I used to listen to a lot of music that was about the streets, for the streets, with people, you know, because I was in the streets. But now my music is changing. I listen to a lot of country music now, a lot of R&B, and starting to listen to a lot of gospel.
Nice. Well, I listen to pretty much everything.
But you're also a rapper too.
Yes, I am a rapper. Mm-hmm.
Tell them where they can hear your music.
You honestly, it was like you can check me out on all platforms. It was like the Cardi.
Spell it for them.
Oh, I will put it in the text.
Because they're going to try to spell it C-A-R.
In my editing app. I was like, but it's Q-U. I don't want to hear nobody trying to say, oh, she's trying to be like Cardi B. How? And it's my name. It is literally my name.
That part.
It is my first and my last, or my first and middle name together.
That part right there.
So,
and she got bars.
And so, yeah.
She got a song called Quarterbacking. Maybe y'all should go look for it.
Quarterback. But it is a good song.
She's running the play as the female. Like most of these dudes try to run the play, but she's running it as the female. It's pretty hot. Even though I'm her dad, and I don't really, too much like her rapping about them kind of things, but I know what type of person she is, and I know she got gas, and she be boring these songs up. I might want to watch out for her.
And so, but I do listen to everything. I feel like it's super important as an artist that's making music that you open your minds to other music. I mean, it was like, all rap is, it's literally stems from what it originated from, rhythmic, artistic poetry. Like, that's all it is different types of poetry. So if you don't like, nasty poetry, which I'm sure there's nasty poems out there somewhere.
It is.
It's like, you have all types of music. You have dark music, which they would consider like goth and all that stuff, which I have lots of friends who are gothic, who are atheists, who listen to rock, I have friends who listen to gospel, I have friends who listen to rap music with no cussing in it at all. So I listen to everything. everything.
That's just like me. You'll catch me every year at Discovery Park in Sacramento at Aftershock, 4-day rock concert, rocking out, having the time of my life. And now they got the Golden Sky concert. I'm there every time, listening to country music for 2 days and 1 weekend, just all day long, nonstop. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta open your mind, you gotta open your brain, open your heart, and get to some of these music festivals and experience other music in the way other people party.
Yeah.
Get out of your comfort zone.
Like, did you know that they had Bollywood rock music, like heavy metal, like Slipknot type of music, but it's Bollywood?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Bollywood, ain't that the chicks that be clapping their fingers and making their bellies roll?
Close enough, Dad. That's belly dancing.
Oh, belly, but I'm just saying.
But I
like belly
that.
dancing.
So
I'm just saying.
To my friends in the Indian culture, it was like who come from
I don't mean no disrespect to nobody.
Hindi culture that come from that. It was like, does belly dancing stem from your culture, or is that Middle Eastern Egyptian culture? I genuinely want to know, because I don't want to give out the wrong information, and sometimes you can get the wrong information from Google.
That's true.
Believe it or not.
Hey, you know what? Can I go off topic for a minute?
Yeah.
And where this conversation is going, please don't nobody take it as respect. But I'm gonna say something that I think is really real. I think the most sexiest woman
Oh God.
is like the women. I don't want to name their outfit wrong, but they come from over across the world, and they're covered. You only can see their eyes.
Oh, the hijab.
They're covered from their head, and their whole body and all of that is covered, and they're not allowed to let their body be seen.
Yeah, they do that in a lot of Middle Eastern countries.
I
It's
think
called
that-
a hijab.
A hijab. I think that is really sexy, because it leaves your mind open to wonder. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Although a person like me, I can't be aroused by I don't be aroused by these women that run around here in the booty shorts with their butt cheeks hanging out and showing their titties and all of that. I'm what you call a sapiosexual.
A sapiosexual.
I get turned on from intellect. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me about some smart shit, and I might not be able to stand up from the table because I'm gonna be on hard. You feel me? But you come and talk to me with some dumb shit and have your body all hanging out and showing, I'm gonna look at you like you're a piece of shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Is that what you got to do to get somebody, interest in you? And I swear, I'm not trying to say this with no disrespect, but leave something to the imagination. You know what I'm saying? Leave something to the imagination. Let them, you know what I'm saying? Let them learn your mind. Let them learn your attitude. Let them learn the things you like in life, the things you don't like in life. You know what I'm saying? Let them get turned on by your brain. You know what I'm saying? Let them get turned on by your conversation. You know what I'm saying? And then after he's turned on by that kind of stuff, man, what did they
Ditch
used to...
him. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck it, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because he might be shooting the wrong shit at you. You dig? But like the old song say, I need you classy in the streets, but when we get behind them doors, you can be all the freak you want to be. You dig? But I got to be able to trust you in them streets. So if I can't trust you in them streets, it's a whole...
Wasn't that ludicrous?
No.
No.
He said it,
Oh,
but
okay.
it goes back to my era of music.
Oh, well, who originally sang it?
I'll look it up and tell you on our next show. You feel me?
Because I'm
But
just saying.
it was said by a few R&B singers. That's just like, did you know back in the day? And I know they don't really practice it now in present day time. Did you know when a man and a woman walk down the street, the woman should never walk on the outside of the man next to the street?
Yes.
Back in the day, they only did that when you was selling pussy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, move. Let me walk on the outside of the street.
No, you want to walk on the inside.
Oh.
You want to walk on the inside. You want to walk on the outside
If you were. Okay, yeah, never mind. So you mean to tell me it's not because I was going to get hit by a car?
Well, I mean, that too, when you was a kid, yeah, but as you get older and you out with like your boyfriend and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you supposed to
I
walk
thought
on.
he was just supposed to be saving my life.
They come,
It's over mine.
you are crazy. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I gotta answer this text.
I'm just saying. It's true. It's like, because that's just how life is. I thought this whole time it was just because of safety. And it's like, not because you're a hoe. Don't choke. No choking on popcorn.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, you know, it stems from just different things. My bad, I had to take that text message because although, you know what I'm saying, we on here having fun, I am a caterer. So, you know what I'm saying, I have to dip off sometimes to make sure business is handled. You dig? You feel me? Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, salute to turkey wings and dirty rice. That's the next plates I'll be selling. You feel me?
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just...
delicious.
It's just a thing, you know, back in the day when you walk down the street, you know what I'm saying, you have your woman on the inside because people going up and down the streets, you don't want them, you know, really gawking at your woman, you know what I'm saying? You know how people make sly remarks or, you know what I'm saying? You could have an asshole that want to throw a bottle out your car or something, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You don't want your woman on the outside of the street where it hit her before it hit you, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was back in the days of the man being the protector, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think we got away from that, you know what I'm saying? The man being the protector of his woman, of the woman, period, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I see a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, like with the Blueface incident, you know what I'm saying, when him and his chick be out there in the streets fighting and people be recording it and stuff like that. Me, myself, I don't think that that's cool. I think that that's dumb. Me, I would intervene, you know what I'm saying? And people be like, well, you need to mind your own business because you fuck around and get your life took like that. Well, that's fine. I understand too, but I also was raised that, you know what I'm saying, you don't watch no man beat on no woman. Even though it seemed like she a little crazy and she be starting the shit. But still, you know what I'm saying? I would try to get in there and intervene because, hey, young brother, you don't want yourself looking like this. You got look at these people recording you. You got too much to lose. Hey, Miss Queen, calm down. Don't do your king like that. Look at these people recording. Y'all out here looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know, wait till y'all get home if y'all have to go blow for blow. But out here in these streets, y'all got to be each other rocking. Y'all got to stack up, you know what I'm saying, and rock with, not against.
They both have a lot of trauma that they each need to unpack separately because they each don't love themselves. And it shows. It was like that they love each other, but they don't know how to love each other because they don't know how to love themselves. And because of their past traumas, it's like when they were kids and they haven't unpacked and let certain stuff go and they're hoarding a lot of stuff, that, you know, I'm sure they take a lot of that anger out on each other.
Yeah.
Her, I don't know his background, but, you know, it was like knowing her story and where she came from, you know, having parents who were on drugs, and then she was, you know, an all-American track star who went to college for track and then started.
Did she?
Yeah. Chris
Yes.
Shaw?
I don't know none of her background. I just, you know what I'm saying? I seen them, you know, on a few social media pages, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying right there. Everything I've always seen about her and him made her look foolish. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know. She went to college.
Yes.
She ran track.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's stuff that we should be celebrating and that we should be acknowledging instead of, oh, that's the chick that be fighting Blueface.
Right. And then she started making music, and they said that she was on the up and up, and then she got involved with him, and then she just kind of started falling off. But again, it was like when you got a lot of pain, because both her parents did drugs. So, you know, her mom was in the streets doing drugs. Her dad was a drug addict and then was in prison. So she grew up, you know, was like struggling a lot, you know, looking for love. So that's the only person that she's ever, I'm sure, given herself to. And he out here running around with this baby mama, that baby mama, still fucking around with this baby mama and that baby mama.
Some of that narcissistic shit, he got the money, so he do what he want to do.
Pretty much, you know, out here making her look stupid.
You want to know what's crazy? That's just like with him. We talk, when you say Blueface, first thing I think about is he be in the streets fighting this chick, Second thing I think about is he made one song and remixed it with like 30 other people.
Right.
You feel me? But don't nobody never talk about his soul food restaurant. Don't nobody ever talk about his boxing career.
Is that him or is that NBA Youngboy?
No, he has a soul food restaurant also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because for a while I used to get them mixed
No,
up.
he has a soul food restaurant in Los Angeles.
That's cool.
And matter of fact, is it his? No, it ain't his mom. I almost want to say it's his mom's recipes, but that's Keyshawn Johnson. That's the football player who uses his mom's recipes. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy how the world and society that we live in, you know what I'm saying? All of the negative things is what people want to talk about, people want to be part of, people want to.
But it comes back to that algorithm thing that I was talking about. It was like the more bad stuff you see and you engage with, the more you're going to see it. And the more these pages are going to create that content. As long as it's getting them the money and bringing in the views and the likes, they could care less what they're putting out as long as you're engaging with it. Right. Even if you put your dislike, right? Like, let's say you put a sad face or an angry face or a wow face and you comment your disdain and your dislike for that page or that video or whatever, you're constantly gonna then see that content pop up on your page constantly because you took the time to engage. Now they don't care if you like it or not. They don't care if you're gonna constantly the only way you can stop the engagement is you yourself scrolling by or unliking the page or blocking the page or not wanting to see it on your timeline. It's possible. It's like, y'all just need to learn to work y'all app. If y'all so quick to hop in these comment sections, y'all need to learn how to block these pages too, boo-boo. I was like, it's not, no.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy. And I know at the beginning of the video, I was like, well, we don't push negative on here. And I know some of my comments might have been looked at as negative. It wasn't that I was making negative comments. I'm just a person, I say what a lot of people think. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff I said about Brittany Griner, I said it in a wholeheartedly fashion, but I also had a little joking in there. You know what I'm saying? But I was saying about what I was saying, but also people, we got to use our brain. Common sense is something that has been long lost in the United States. And I'm sorry to say it, but common sense needs to come back. We need to bring it back like a remix. You feel me?
Like a sequel.
No, a prequel.
Like a prequel. Real spill. Real spill.
I was like, we need to prequel some things.
Man. Well, I guess we have came to y'all and hung out for a little while today.
Yeah, I think an hour and 15 minutes is pretty good.
Yeah. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? We don't have no official title. We don't know when we're doing the second video. But I guarantee there will be a second video. She don't go back to work until the 10th, so we got time.
Hey, and if you like this video, you can subscribe, comment, share.
Help us go viral. Because all we're going to do is get on here and talk shit. Next time you see me, I might be eating some chicken. I might have my shirt off. You might get to see my little areolas.
Not the nipples.
The nipples.
Like, we're lucky my brother David's not here.
He wouldn't be in the video. I'm not going for that. I'm a grown ass man. This is my shit.
It's like you don't want to try to stand right there and be like, nipples.
That ain't happening. If any nipples get shown, it'll be mine.
Like, just don't try. It was like to breastfeed me like you did when I turned 18 and I graduated.
I was just letting you know that was your last time you could be on the titty. It was time to stand up and be. It was time to stand up and be a woman. And you stood up and you, a great woman, a great mother, great business person. Love you to death. On that note,
you too, Dad.
we out.
See y'all later.
Bye.